Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Welcome to episode 5 of an overhaul on a Bolex non-reflex 8/16 film camera. So before we get started, you're going to need these materials. Work gloves, some type of face shield, safety goggles, and a towel, an old towel. You want to take this towel and it's going to be wrapped around your throat. You're going to be dismantling, if you want to go this far and be so brave, dismantling the internal spring in the motor of the Bolex. However, I do suggest, as I always do, to have a knowledgeable technician repair this Bolex, especially one that's in this state. Any mistakes you make are on you. The repair we're about to do, the spring inside the motor can cause severe harm to human flesh. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start taking some of the other parts off here. See this gear. It's going to fall down there. And it falls straight down, the gear down inside there, and there's a washer underneath. Off to the side. These two screws for this gear. That's tight. And ain't gonna let me have it. Alright, I'm getting some leadway on these two right here. When you're working in a situation with a model like this, it's frozen so bad, the motor, you don't know if it's going to give way at any time. Alright, there we go. Get this gear right here, we want it out. See how rusted that is. Okay, the motor did disengage. Here it is moving around. I wanted to catch that on the recording, but it just didn't happen. It happened just before I started recording. At any rate, I wanted to make sure that this gear here by my pencil eraser, if you can see that at all, I should try to move my eraser out of the way so you can see it. I want to make sure that doesn't get stripped. These teeth don't get stripped or any other gears in there. I caught it in time, it seems to be just fine. So, as you can see, I've got movement. It seems to be the spring is connected to the arbor inside of here. So it seems like everything was just frozen or rusted shut. But I'll be able to tell more once I remove this plate. That brings us to these two gears, these two screws that are just frozen in here. And they're connected inside of here to right there. Alright, so I gotta make sure, be careful, and the only way I can remove those screws now, and I'm sure you guessed it, is to drill. So that's what we're going to do here. Thought you guys might want to see this. When you buy a Bolex in this condition, like so, this is the type of thing that takes you a long time to repair. I want to do this to make sure you guys understand if you're going to buy a Bolex in this type of condition, that you're really not getting a good buy. If you're going to end up repairing it, pat yourself on the back. This is the type of stuff you have to go through. I've got to grind this down so I can get a drill bit into here, into the screw. But first I got to drill, I got to sand down, grind down the screw up top, both of them. Okay, as you can see, I've finally drilled out these two screws, and although it looks very crude, that is a situation I'll take care of sometime in the future. Now, it's time to free up some springs and some parts, such as this spring. So I'm going to have to reach up inside of here, get as delicate as I can. And pull that one out. Alright, so we've done that. Now we're going to go ahead and start lifting this out. And I'll have to move some gears around here. Yes, yes you are. In one particular part here. The very part drilled. Thank you. And we're going to lift this straight and out of the way, just like so. So that part of the plate and the motor. I'm going to lift this out of the way and put that over to the side. Whoops. Get that back there. Watch it, Paul. Becoming an old man now. Lift this gear up and out of the way, this entire mechanism, and with all the hair and trash, put that to the side. So we're going to go ahead and check the motor. Excuse me. Alright, so this should be free to go ahead and pull straight up. Pull it, tilt it towards you, and there you are. Right there, that is the entire motor barrel, the arbor on the bottom, this all the way around. And let's take a look at those teeth. They look pretty good. Look quite good to me. Spring looks like it's still attached inside on the side of the wall of the barrel. This spring looks quite good. Well, excuse me, this gear. This one's a little scathed. See what I can do about that. That gear looks good. And underneath, the big issue here, as you've already seen with screws, are all these screws. Bring them up without having to drill. That's a big issue. And I've noticed an issue here on this particular spring belt. Can you see that? That's a problem. So I have to repair or replace that. Okay, I'm about to dismantle the spring out of the motor barrel here. At this time I'll be changing leather gloves. I'll be using long welding gloves. The eye protection, your safety goggles, face shield, I've got it on. The towel, I've got it wrapped around my throat because this spring in here can do severe damage to human flesh. Alright? And if you attempt to do something like this, remember, any mistakes you make or whatever happens is on you. It's best always to have a professional perform this. This part is extremely dangerous. Right on. So what we're going to do now is start removing these screws. Hopefully they'll just come right off here. It would be a refreshing change from the last time. Huh? There's one. Look at there. And there's two. I'm holding the barrel, the top and bottom of the spring motor. It's in two parts. Very tight, by the way. It's moving. That's a good feeling when that happens. Alright, I'm going to take all three of the screws, put them in my egg carton. You should get yourself a towel too. Next, I'm going to put in my other welding glove. And I'm going to start separating this thing. Pulling the top of it off here. This part right here, I'm pulling it straight off. All right. Okay. I got to be really cautious here. Stick my thumb in. I'm going to catch it. Alright, so just pull that off. See, I got my thumb on it. These other gears dropped off right there. I could have taken them off before if I wished. Take a good look at all this gunk inside, this old grease. You see all that? And it does appear the spring motor is good. Holding that. See how it's attached to the arbor there? And the other side is attached to, still, here on the inside of the barrel. So the spring looks good. We'll know more once I take it out and that type of thing. But that is another video. Stay tuned for that one. When we remove the spring from the barrel here, clean it and check for damages. Do contact me at Bolex Repair Philippines FB page up top, and do click that bell and subscribe. Until next time, thanks a lot and bye-bye.